Only a Labor government will make fee-free TAFE permanent, will cut 20% off all students' HECS debts and will make HECS fairer by raising the incomes at which students are forced to start repaying their debts. We'll introduce new laws to guarantee a minimum of 100,000 fee-free TAFE places every year in critical skills shortage areas, training young Australians for the jobs of the future, tradies to build the houses that we need. It'll mean more carers to care for our loved ones as they age. But what have the Liberals said about these changes? They've said they're fundamentally unfair. There's no such thing as a free lunch. Well, HECS, when it was originally introduced by a Labor government, was about saying that if you did well in life because of your education, you'd repay a bit of the cost of the education so that governments could allow more Australians to pursue higher education if they wished. Instead, the system's become fundamentally unfair after a decade of the Liberals lowering the repayment thresholds and raising the amount that young people early in their career, when they're trying to get a start in life, to get into the housing market, to set themselves up, that they're forced to repay their education debts at too low an income. The Liberals wanted students to repay their debts when they were earning only $42,000, which is less than the minimum wage. That's fundamentally unfair. And so Labor, one of the first acts of a re-elected Labor government, will be to introduce new laws to raise the thresholds to make the system fairer. For example, someone earning $70,000 would save about $1,300 per annum, putting more cash in their pocket. The Liberals, of course, cut $2.2 billion from universities, $108 million cut from Monash Uni, my uni in southeast Melbourne. They hacked the TAFE system over a decade, nearly a decade, cutting $3 billion from TAFE and trashing the apprenticeship system. Senator Henderson, in one of her genius moments, said that higher student debt makes it harder for students to secure a bank loan for a house. Well, genius, of course it does, which is why they should back the government's legislation to make the system fairer.